Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Turnover Machine podcast. This is episode 2. I am your host, Bennett, and I'm joined here by...
Hello, it's me, Gasmine, again.
Hi, it's me, Fly, again.
Hello, it's Link again, and we have a special guest here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name is MDtransplant757. I like potatoes, taking long walks on the beach with saxophone music, the Orioles, the Ravens, and the Capitals, and the Evil Dead trilogy. So yeah.
That's nice.
You know what else is nice?
What?
You.
Oh, thanks, man.
No
All right.
problem.
All right, so for those who may not know, MD is on a podcast of his own called Laptops on the Field. It's a baseball podcast. It's pretty entertaining. Check it out on SoundCloud.
Link will be in the description.
Yes. And, yeah.
And with episode 2 coming soon.
Yeah. All right.
Hey.
All right.
And so, to kick things off, we will start with the MLB.
So, I found a story that's very interesting.
Is it Nick Markakis winning the Silver Slugger?
We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
Cubs are open to trading third baseman Chris Bryant.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Doubt that
Ooh,
happened.
woo. Ooh, woo.
Now the thing is,
Ooh, woo.
why?
Why? I don't know. I don't
Because
think...
because they signed Jason Hayward and Ben Zobrist to overpaid contracts.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Link has a cold, so don't mind him.
Yeah. So,
Great thing.
but at the same time, would it also because maybe he's not opening to signing a contract there? Like,
That's probably.
Oh,
And
yeah.
his agent is Scott Boras.
yeah. So it's an interesting situation, in my opinion, because he's one of the best, if not the best, third baseman in the league.
Yeah.
So you're essentially willing to either get prospects if you want to start a rebuild, which if I were the Cubs, I would keep. You still have like a few years left in you to compete.
Yeah, you got at
I
least...
mean, yeah. But the thing is, that Zobrist's contract is up after this year, and a lot of their players are hitting arbitration. Plus, signing Chatwood was an absolutely boneheaded move.
Oh, yeah.
My opinion on this is they are the Cleveland Indians of the NL, except less stupid, in a sense.
It's not that the Indians are stupid; they actually have done really well drafting and everything.
Yeah.
It's just that over the years they've either gotten totally unlucky or have just fallen flat in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
they kind of limped through this past year with Miller being hurt and Cody Allen not being all that good.
I mean, they still had that dynamic quartet of pitchers, but...
Yeah.
I mean, your starting pitcher can only take you so far.
Yeah, I mean...
If you don't believe, why do you think the Tigers never won, even though they had David Price, Justin Verlander, Rick Porcello,
Max Scherzer.
It's why the Yankees
thank you.
basically didn't win the ALDS this year as well.
No, they didn't win the
No,
ALDS
they didn't win the-
because Boston was a superior team.
Yes.
Well,
I'm a
and
Royals fan.
because
Look,
the starting
look, I'm a
pitching
Royals
fell to shit.
It
Yeah,
did fall-
well, that
it-
can happen to literally any AL team that was in the
but another-
ALDS.
But another
Yeah, because
thing
LOO,
is-
DH, am I right?
DH, XD.
Yes, DH is God. Anyway, not the point. Anyway, like the thing with the Yankees is that your offense fell flat too because it was
Yeah.
literally homers or bust, like it was just like not in Boston. Boston outclassed you in almost every way possible.
Yeah.
Then they had that stupid magic, that meme magic that the Astros had in 2017 when they passed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing. The Yankees will be good and they'll be around, unfortunately, for a
For
long
you.
time. That and you have that, but it's just like I don't know. It's just that they've done really well and they're gonna do well, especially keeping CC for 1 year,
love
$8 million. That was
I'm
actually
pretty
really
sure I
good.
Yeah.
saw that this is the year after this year he plans to retire.
Yeah.
Well, goodbye.
Speaking of
well,
retirement, Speaking of retirement,
Joe
Joe
Mauer.
Mauer just retired today.
Yeah.
God bless to
Huh.
a legend. absolutely
Definitely Hall of Famer.
legendary.
Definite Hall of
Absolute
Famer.
legend.
So, like
I don't
almost
think first. I don't think first round, but he'll definitely be in.
the first. Well, it depends on the class, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike
sucks.
Piazza didn't.
It
get
might
in.
be like this year's Hall of Fame class, which is not looking good.
Mm.
If
I mean, this year's Hall of Fame class, though, I think Edgar and Musina finally get in, which I'm happy for. I'm happy for both of them. I don't think Kurt Schilling gets in because everyone hates Kurt Schilling, even though he's a great pitcher.
why
He's
did
just very
like
outs-
why does everybody hate Kurt Schilling so much, man?
Because he's basically Ted Nugent, but if he played baseball,
Mm.
that's the best way to describe it.
Jesus, it's brutal.
Yeah.
He's
So,
he's like heavily outspoken with his politics. Then he has like his own radio show in Rhode Island where he literally talks politics and a little bit of baseball every now and again. Like it's just like basically he's just morphed into Ted Nugent almost.
mhm.
Sad.
So I have another story before we talk about like silver sluggers and all that. I don't know if it's still rumor or if it's like, oh, it's just confirmed with this. The Mariners are blowing it all up.
Yeah, it's rumored to do that, but
is it
I think
confirmed?
I think they're gonna retool. Honestly, they
I
have
yeah.
they have a roster, and the only reason and they have Nelson Cruz coming off the books. Felix is off the books. I think in 2020, the 2020 season, he'll be off the books. And Cano still is productive, so really you just move Cano over to DH, and then you figure out left field and they've already figured out center field.
Yeah,
with
D.
Malik Smith,
Gordon- oh, my bad.
Even though what? I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Okay. Even though Malik Smith's arm is a wet spaghetti noodle, but if not, you can probably find a cheap center fielder, or better yet, put Malik Smith in center field, and then get Denard Span or Adam Jones,
Yeah.
or just a general outfielder who you can stick there. Even Nick Markakis. Like the Mariners can do it for cheap and they can compete. It's just that their farm system absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
Because outside
Yeah,
of Dakota,
no.
they really haven't drafted one.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
no one in the farm right now. Really,
yeah, it's
one player, one.
L.
Like
L.
it's probably one of the worst farm systems in the league. By
Yeah, it's down there.
oh, it is.
Oh yeah.
So, silver sluggers were announced.
And our boy Nick Markakis.
Cake's the god, who by the way still lives
Hey.
outside of Baltimore.
Yes.
Mm.
Or God bless Nick
That's
Markakis.
nice.
Yep, God bless him.
Cor-
Nikki, if you're hearing this, we love you in Orioles Nation, and we miss you.
And here at
Um,
Braves Nation, thank you for your service this year.
Thank you
And
so much.
Yes, sir.
God bless.
What's funny is that when I was a kid, my dad used to work for the Orioles High A team in Frederick, Maryland, and the two players that we saw come through that were big were Brian Roberts and Nick Markakis. I asked my dad about Markakis today because I saw him, and he's like, Nick's just this really really quiet, really nice guy. And everyone I've ever known who's like ever met Markakis, not like a meet and greet, but like just like on the street. He's just like, yeah, really nice guy, just over general, just a regular dude who happens to play baseball.
Huh,
Yeah. Nice.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I
Should we
personally.
go overall like the finalists for awards or?
I know Jose Altuve won at second base.
Yeah, Jose Altuve won it.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts won it as much as I hate saying that.
An outfielder.
XD.
Jose Ramirez won that. Jose Ramirez had a great year.
Yes,
Jose
he did.
Ramirez was I think the best third baseman in the American League this year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he definitely was.
Just all the
by a
other
wide
Gold
margin.
Gloves. Freddie Freeman. God bless.
Mm,
Freddie Freeman Gold Glove. Markakis Gold Glove. Inciarte Gold Glove.
I know.
No one on the Orioles won a Gold Glove. Maybe it's just because we suck at playing defense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
also, and Freddie Freeman
I'll
also
hear
won
award.
the Wilson Overall Defensive Player of the Year at first base.
you know,
Oh yeah.
we had the Yankees had 3 players nominated. It was Tanaka, Gardy, and Judge. None of them won it.
No Torres. That's weird.
Mwah.
Yeah, no. I feel like
That's like-
Judge. I feel like Judge would have won it if he played the whole year.
And the thing is, with the Gold Glove though, Judge is the second best right fielder in all baseball. You know who
Oh.
he's behind defensively?
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
Yep, that guy. Because Mookie Betts
Yeah.
basically doubles whatever numbers Aaron Judge puts up in the outfield the past 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Like
It just-
Aaron Judge is a great right fielder.
Oh, he's
However,
great.
he happens to play with Jesus Christ in right field in the same division.
Yeah.
Seriously, that guy's defense it's so beautiful.
I know.
Yeah.
And I say this as a complete Red Sox hater. Like, I have a shirt that says Orioles
Yes.
fans know how Red Sox fans roll, and it has a bandwagon on it with a Red Sox logo on it. Like, that's how much I hate Boston.
That's nice,
The
dear.
Red Sox.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Well, obviously, we're in the same division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I like you, but fuck the Yankees.
I've accepted that people hate the Yankees at this point. It really doesn't
Yeah.
offend me anymore.
Unlike
I feel
Jeremy.
like this one. Why do I feel like this player should not have won it? The AO shortstop winner Andrelton Simmons.
Andrelton Simmons for Gold
Simmons,
Glove
yeah,
or
yeah,
for Silver
Gold Glove.
Yeah.
Gold Glove.
Have you seen his defense? He came up through the Brave
Yeah, that
system
man's-
and is
Yeah, he's great.
he's from Curacao and he came up from the Brave system, so he's going to have good defense. Cough
Yeah.
cough, Andrew Jones.
I do like the runners up though. I really feel like Lindor should have won it, but I'm accepting of Simmons winning it.
Yeah.
I really am.
As long as it's not Bogarts.
Basically,
Peter Bogarts did really well defensively too.
I know he wasn't nominated though.
The Red Sox just did well defensively. Just did
They-
well. They
did
just
in
did well.
everything. They did well in
They did.
everything.
Oh no,
Uh,
you've
They
been
did.
pedestrian. Whatever will we do besides jinx?
Spent $90 million on JD Martinez.
Oh yeah.
worth all pennies.
Yeah, worth every pit. Yeah, especially when 5 years down the line, when he goes through the inevitable decline.
Or Rangers.
this one
and
was
do what they did a few years ago.
What was that?
It was you were mentioning it earlier when we were talking before the podcast. It was the when they signed what was his name, Aaron, I think.
A-Rod. Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron.
I have a feeling they're gonna do that with Bryce Harper.
well,
could.
the dependent if we even go for Harper. So
The Yankees aren't gonna go for Harper. They've publicly announced it. Where are you going to put him?
Yeah,
Are
like
you gonna put him in this? Are you gonna put him in the stands behind left field, or you just sit there and be like, the guy who just hawks all the home runs back?
first
Like,
base.
Why would you
the
put Bryce
fuck?
Harper?
No, why
at
would you
first
put Bryce
base?
Harper? Because
Good question. Ask the Yankees.
dude, the
Yeah.
Yankees, according to that friggin'
You have
that
Luke Voigt.
Yeah,
I'd
I like Void. I'd
first
rather
base.
I'd rather have the cheaper guy who can kind of do the same.
Then why the fuck do you
Hell.
want Bryce Harper?
I don't want Bryce Harper. I don't.
forget
That's what
so
we were talking about.
that
I know.
that free agent matrix that Cut 4 and Suspicious Family Barbecue put out with the for Bryce Harper, and like the Yankees pretty much on every single
Free agent.
every single free agent matrix, the Yankees are all the way over to the right. They are ready to spend on literally anything. They are the richest team in
yeah.
baseball without
I mean,
question.
And that would probably happen if George Steinbrenner was still alive, but he's not. Hal's running the show, and Hal's just been letting Brian Cashman do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
One of them, in my opinion, one of the more obvious Gold Glove winners,
And
Nolan
nerds-
Arenado.
Yep, Nolan Arenado.
Oh my God! I went to Colorado for a wedding, and we were in Denver for a baseball game. That ballpark. Oh my God, it's beautiful. But Arenado and Story's defenses, that just even in general, defensively
They're great.
for the Rockies this year, they were great in the infield, but in the outfield, my God,
They're
what a
good.
train wreck.
Yeah.
I love.
Charlie Blackmon can't field
He is terrible
Yeah, he
defensively.
really is bad defensively.
It's not even that he's bad. His speed's good. It's just that he's got a wet spaghetti. He's got a spaghetti noodle for an arm.
Yeah,
And he just can't muscle it there anymore.
yeah.
And his route running's still good, but you can tell his speed's starting to tick down a bit.
Yep, here goes that decline. And
I remember when Charlie Blackmon this year, he started off in like a torrid streak. I know he had like 20 home runs like early in the season. He ended with 29.
And then he ended with a cycle in the last game of the season. That's a pretty good way to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of third baseman, Matt Chapman of my second favorite team, the Oakland A's. He won the Gold Glove, and he won
He's great.
the the Silver Slugger.
Didn't he? Hold on.
Did he win the Silver Slugger actually? He might. He. I know he won the Gold Glove for sure. He might have actually won the Wilson overall.
I think I saw something.
Matt Chapman.
And Matt Chapman also won the AL Platinum Glove Award.
Ah, yes.
Of course.
And Nolan Arenado won the Platinum Glove for the NL. Fun fact about those two, they went to the same high school, El Toro High School.
Nice.
Must have
Yeah,
been a really
and,
good baseball team.
And the A's,
no.
Man,
Yeah.
I love me some A's. The main reason why I got
That
into
team is good.
Yeah, the main reason why I got into them is because my boy Matt Olson representing Parkview High School, my hometown. So
Now watch Billy Bean. I'll blow this up in 2 years.
Oh man, it's gonna be tragic. But Matt Olson won his first Gold Glove, and I couldn't be happier for him. I'm so glad.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm happy for him too. But that's the guy who in like 2 or 3 years is gonna be traded out of Oakland, just so
Yeah.
Billy Bean. Can
Yeah,
get
but I mean,
just so Billy Bean can get more prospects that just underwhelm.
I don't know if he keeps performing like he did this year. I don't think he's gonna be traded out anytime soon.
Going back to Silver Sluggers, a person I don't like because of the team. I hate the Cubs. I'm sorry, but that fan base annoys me. I know it's like the Yankees, but come on, even I can get annoyed by those fan bases. The NL, the first baseman in the NL for Silver Slugger, Javi Baez.
That's second base.
You're
not
so
first
white.
base.
It says first on MLB.com.
So
all right.
But he plays fucking second.
Where's the pineapple?
Wait, hold on. I'm stupid. It says first in positional voting. My bad.
Oh my god. I clicked onto the 2018 Silver Slugger Awards on CBS, and almost immediately I see, ready to shine, if Bryce Harper is willing to play first base on a new team.
Oh my god.
Damn it, Yankees.
Like-
Why do you release this?
Scott Morris, who's the
Shut
platform
up.
of MLB Network.
Oh my god,
Radio.
shut up with your stupid videos, CBS. Kill
This
yourself.
is an amateur podcast, and we're having better, we're having better discussion than CBS is. CBS is like,
L.
Yeah, because it's just like, lol. Why
Because
don't
we're
we
fans.
first
here?
base, and we're here like, no, you can't.
Put
My
Put
God.
Harper. It's because all these casual old baseball fans are like, oh, he sucks at outfield. Well, then just move him to first base.
It's hard to move players in general.
Yeah, it's really. See, look what they tried to do with. Look what the Braves tried to do with Jose Bautista. Didn't work out that well.
Exactly.
It's funny. It's funny because I remember.
Goes into
Bless you.
Hmm.
I remember when Jose Bautista was an Orioles Rule 5 pick.
Hmm.
And then
the
just
one that
didn't
got
hit.
away.
That's the one that took forever. That he had to go to Toronto somehow. and
Yeah,
then
he went to
figured it out.
Toronto
Canada.
and then literally became the most loved player in all of Canada.
I
Yeah.
hate that.
More than any Habs player or anything. He just became the most loved man in Canada.
So, if we're done talking about Silver Sluggers, I forgot about this one rumor. James
Yeah,
Paxton. James Paxton.
Oh,
to the
yeah.
Yanks.
Ooh. Man, if they get James Paxton, that means that Patrick Corbin's available, right, Yankees? Right?
I just put my head through a brick wall already. My
Sorry.
God,
Sorry.
I hate hearing about this, and then looking at the Orioles and going, "Wait, what are we doing again?" And ownership going like, "Lol, we don't know. We don't know, fam."
Absolutely nothing.
Orioles ownership right now. What is it
You
all
know,
about?
XD.
the Orioles represent Baltimore perfectly. You ask them to do something, and their only reply is "nevermore."
Got him.
It's not like that joke's been made a million.
And then the fans cry because they realize the team's not going to do anything.
Yeah,
for
by
the
the
next
way,
few
I'm going to
years.
Hey, this is Bennett. Between the previous part and this next upcoming part, we said a lot of stupid shit that didn't really add anything and was honestly kind of not cool. And so I just went ahead and edited it out. So, transition.
Okay, if we're done talking about baseball,
Let's talk about pineapples.
What are the news there is for baseball?
we can now
Anymore?
talk about football.
Or we can just talk about football. Okay.
All right.
Football.
So, has there really been anything to come out?
Des Bryant,
yes.
L. So many
Des
L's.
Bryant.
So
Oh,
Des
yeah.
Bryant
Down the
went
bayou.
into the NFL with the Saints. 1 day later,
2 days.
2 days later, tears
It's
Achilles. Tears Achilles.
My whole life will change. I'm gonna have Drew Brees throwing me passes.
I'm gonna win a
2
Super
days-
Bowl.
2
Unit lost.
days later.
I mean, technically, you can still
Unit
win it.
lost.
He's just not playing.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I mean he'll probably play next week. How
I
does the
saw
Dallas
a good tweet by Sports
how does
Talk
the-
Joey. I shouldn't probably re-say it because it's bad. It's so funny.
I feel like
You know
Jerry
what's
put a
funny?
curse on that man.
You know what's funny though about Des Bryant? Is that like when I read that he had torn his Achilles? You know what came in my head?
What?
Bum 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 bum.
All right, so
Or the wah 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 SpongeBob.
all right, now we shall do the pick'ems for this week. The first game, Saints Bengals.
Saints.
Saints.
There's
Drew
really no
Orleans
reason.
will-
There's no
Drew
reason.
Orleans
Oh, can we talk about how Carolina got their asses whooped on TV?
Alright,
Oh yeah, since we can't talk about Thursday night, let's just go ahead and recap that.
Yeah,
By the
yeah,
Whoa.
fucking,
yeah,
by the fucking Steelers of all teams.
yeah, they got
Yeah, the
absolutely they got mauled on live TV. They should
They got blasted.
every single person on the Steelers should have been arrested.
And remember, the Panthers are the weird team that have never had back-to-back winning seasons. They've never
Well,
done
they're
it.
playoff
And if
pretenders.
they continue
Yeah,
to
did you know
win-
they've had 4 7-9 seasons in their entire history?
They sound like the Falcons, but without the whole Atlanta choker joke behind
Yeah,
it.
they're just like they're so
yeah,
weird.
they're like,
Now,
we're inconsistent.
Question for y'all: does this win really mean something for Pittsburgh? Does it really
Yes.
show if they're
Yeah,
like?
absolutely.
No, Michael Wilbon, it doesn't.
I don't know.
I'll
I'm
tell you why.
not convinced.
Look, Mike. I'll put
Also,
it to you this way.
Le'Veon's. Oh yeah. Also, Le'Veon's coming back.
Yeah,
Suppose-
I know. I'm pretty sure they'll make the playoffs because, well,
The division has really just fallen off.
it's not because of that. I mean, Baltimore isn't horrible.
The Ravens. Look, let me put it to you this way: as someone who observes the AFC North as a Ravens fan, the Steelers have a shitty defense, and their shitty defense will come back down to earth because your offense can't bail you out, even though you don't have Le'Veon and you're still doing well. Ravens just need Joe Flacco to turn into Johnny Unitas and stop being Eli Manning with a fucking beard.
Yeah.
Or
but
Joe
the-
Flacco just needs to become 2014 playoff Joe Flacco.
I mean, apparently he's having hip problems, so we might see the rise of our Lord and Savior Jackson,
Oof.
which I'm
Yeet.
like begging for at this point.
Yeah, you all are
Because
y'all are using him wrong.
I know, because Joe Flacco's sitting there on the bench all by himself with just this blank face. Like, forget Arnold Schwarzenegger. Skynet sent Joe Flacco back to kill us all. I'm convinced Joe Flacco's not a man. He's just a really poorly programmed robot.
I'm just gonna say this last thing about the Thursday night game. Big Ben had more touchdowns than incompletion.
Yeah, that's pretty damn
Yeah.
good. That's
When's the
pretty
last
good.
time that? I mean, I do have a short-term memory. What? Wasn't it this time last year that Big Ben had those kind of games? What? It was against the Titans in a Thursday night game?
Oh yeah, they absolutely
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Don't
that.
remind me.
Yeah.
I guess
was
the
on
Steelers
Thursday
are
night.
only good on
Spider, the
Thursday night.
Spider Cam game.
All right, so the next game. Okay, this game really no one wants to watch. Oof, I'm just gonna say this now with an oof. It's Bills Jets,
Oh, that's a game. No.
and Nathan Peterman is playing again.
Okay, Jets are gonna win.
Jets are winning.
Jets win.
Yeah, I'll go with the JTES Jets.
I'm gonna go with the JETS.
JETS.
I mean-
yes.
Suck. All right.
Yeah, because let's not reuse your rating tree jokes.
Yeah, let's just yeah.
All right.
All right.
Next up
over a year
is
old.
No. I
is
like to mention that
Lions
the
Bears.
Jets, Sam Darnold will probably not be playing.
No, he's playing.
Lions
They
and Bears?
ruled it.
Who's their quarterback gonna
I'm
be?
pretty
Brian
sure
Hoyer?
he's playing. Oh, never mind. They're not starting Darnold. My bad.
Who they
Jake-
starting?
Josh McCown.
Oh
Oh my
boy.
God, he's
Well,
so bad.
McCown's not bad.
Yeah, listen, man,
Oh,
he's
boy.
not bad.
He's not bad,
Um,
except he ain't
He
special.
had a
for
great.
art.
He's not. I mean, he's better than Sanchez. Put it that way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because everyone's
Yeah.
better than Sanchez.
I think I could be a better enough quarterback than the Sanchez.
The
Yeah.
dude literally got suspended this year when he wasn't on using PED.
Oh my
I
god.
like Mark
They
Sanchez.
didn't even try and work. Let's be real.
Mark Sanchez using PEDs is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
That's pretty sad. Yeah. All right, and on to the next game: the Browns versus the Falcons. Falcons.
Oh boy.
So let's see. A confidentless Baker Mayfield and the Browns team totally lost their, we actually won games, swagger, versus Matt Ryan and the Falcons, who teabagged the Redskins last week.
Yep.
If the Falcons lose, they need to blow their franchise up.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
If the
much,
Fre-
yeah.
If they lose, it's just like, okay, during the offseason, let's just ship everyone off that has value, and then just like rebuild from scratch because this clearly isn't working.
Yeah, I mean, their offense looks strong though.
It's that and like Steve Sarkisian's offense. Like the numbers have shown that Matt Ryan, who progressed since Steve Sarkisian has come in.
I mean, he's looked really good this year.
Yeah, I mean, probably because he's adapting to that offense.
Yeah, so if we could just like keep him, if we could actually keep him here, and he won't go off to an NFC West team to coach, he'll probably leave and go to the Cardinals to coach, and then have the same exact luck as Steve Sarkisian.
Cardinals hyper low.
Because we're the opposite of the St. Louis Blues. Everybody that leaves us has a mediocre career or a terrible career.
Yeah, with the Ravens, it's weird. It's weird because, let's see, Brian Billick left and then he just retired. Rex Ryan left and then became head coach of the Jets, which was kind of.
L.
But I mean, he was great. He was great as a defensive coordinator. But then again, it was really easy to be good when you had Ray Lewis and Ed Reed in the teams, and Tease as well.
That defense
Yeah,
was
boy.
nasty.
Dude, Sizzle's a thug. I love him.
All right.
Sizzle's a gangster. Anyway, let's see. Who else? We had who was the coach of
Lions.
the Dolphins in 2008? Cam Cameron. Then
The next game we're gonna talk about is Lions Bears.
Oh boy.
Bears.
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 I don't care that defense is elite.
look. I'm just gonna be happy because I can watch Mac eat Matthew Stafford, because Matt Stafford's like the ultimate fan. Him and Alex Smith are like the fantasy backs. You do
Yeah.
well, you win your
Yeah.
fantasy game, but like the outcome of the game itself is just like,
Mm.
that they overpaid the shit out of Matt Stafford.
And
I'm like,
Alex Smith.
he hasn't done anything. Why are you
when
giving
you
him up
only
$7 million?
win one.
Listen,
when you
this is like the first quarterback that Detroit has like had in the past 50 years where it's like, all right, this guy we could build a franchise
They're
with.
not going to because they need
Matthew Stafford is the Russell Westbrook of the NFL.
You know what? That's that's pretty fair. I'd say that's pretty fair to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing is that team cohesion in the NBA doesn't.
Mhm.
Whereas at football, it basically is like if your team incohesive, it just sucks.
Yeah.
So
If because my brother's a Redskins fan, if like watching the Redskins through proxy has taught me anything, it's just that team cohesion's like fun. Because
Yeah.
if not, you get Albert Hainsworth, and nobody wants
Yeah.
Albert Hainsworth. Fuck that guy.
Yep.
the next game, this is probably gonna be a blowout. Falcons Browns.
We
just talked about
literally
We
just
did
talked
that
about
one.
that.
Don't. This is the second time. Play it.
Fuck. Okay. Patriots Titans.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'll let the Titans fans talk about this first. We all just
Hey,
sit back.
Pineapple under
Remember
a
the
pineapple.
time in the playoffs last year where we
Remember the
played?
last time we played the Patriots in the regular season?
Yeah.
Remember the last time we beat the Patriots? I don't.
Remember the last time the Titans didn't get their asses kicked by New England?
Thank you.
I can't.
I can't either.
So
You
I think
can't.
we all know who their pick is.
And that's why the Titans are gonna win.
If the Titans win, you guys got to tell me something crazy to do because I will actually do something because I know it's not going to happen.
Chug a shot of fireball with an
What?
actual fireball in it.
Nah, fly to Norfolk and visit me.
No.
Okay,
And-
so
That'd be something crazy.
okay, let's just
Yeah,
all
this
just
is
pick
my
the
upset pick of the week. I got the Titans over the Patriots.
Okay, so I think
No,
we're all just gonna
wait,
pick the
no.
Pats and be
That's
done.
a take so hot that even Stephen A. Smith wouldn't touch it.
Yes.
XD.
Like I said, this is one of those games where the Titans, they like everyone's picking them to lose. They,
Dude,
they're
everybody
projected
picked
to
us
lose.
Everybody
Like,
picked
all
us.
the fans know that we're about to lose. That's why we're gonna win.
Everybody picks us to lose against New England last year, and look what happened. We lost.
Yeah, because
No
it's
one-
New England.
So that was the postseason.
All right,
Why?
so the next
That-
game.
That I'm not gonna even tune into that game. Just
No,
so I
it's
can
gonna
watch
be a-
Tom Brady like own Marcus Mariota.
The chat.
I have to
the
admit, I
virgin
did sleep on the Titans last week
Mariota.
against the Cowboys, so that's why I'm kind of like,
The
Oh,
virgin
yes.
Marcus Mariota
game-
against the Chad Tom Brady.
That was
Yeah.
literally that game was literally a coin flip though. Both of those teams are mediocre as hell.
Yes.
Yep.
Because
All
it's
right.
like, hey, here are these somewhat decent players.
Is there any other good
You're
games
somewhat-
going
you-
on?
Jags Colts.
I think we're moving on to the afternoon
Yeah, we
games,
said
right?
good
That's all the noon
games, my guy.
Jags Colts is terrible.
Jags
Okay,
Colts is bad. There might not be
I
a
just
single
picked
good
I
game.
just picked the Jags to pick that game.
Colts.
So let's just
Yeah,
pick
Colts.
a terrible game and review it.
I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna
Ma-
pick.
Cards in
Hold up,
Kansas
hold-
City.
Hold up. I'm gonna pick the former Baltimore team there, mainly because Andrew Luck is Peyton Manning. But if they didn't draft Marvin Harrison,
Yeah.
True. Okay. So the next game, the terrible game, the worst game of the week, because we all know this is going to be a blowout. Cardinals in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay, if the Cardinals can't even get their ass whooped by Denver, they're gonna get their ass even more whooped by Kansas City.
Well, it's gonna be like 64-0
It's gonna be
the worst
69 to
blowout in
nothing.
NFL
that's
history.
gonna be
I'm calling it.
that's gonna be a game where we wonder if Madden has really transcended into our reality.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes is gonna put up video game numbers against the Cardinals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they literally suck.
They are
Um,
just bad.
That's gonna be that's gonna be the game with the Chiefs basically like treating the Cardinals like their younger brother, holding their fist and going, "Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself!"
So the next game, Redskins Buccaneers.
Even if the Redskins are
I have
injured,
learned
still
to
get
not trust the
Redskins.
Buccaneers even with.
Oh,
Fitz.
absolutely not.
So
Let's
I'll just
see.
take the Redskins here and be done with it because
Are they going?
no
are
one.
They going with are they going with Fitz Magic or no?
Yes, they are.
All right. Let me
Yeah.
put it to you this way: I've seen so many Redskins teams that were just good, and okay, we might be going it, and then just to get defeated by a meme.
Mm?
But even then, I think the ascendant meme it is Alex Smith cannot beat Fitzception and his sphere beard. Hail to the Redskins, baby.
I'm taking
Also, not this weekend, but the next one, I will be in DC for the Redskins Texans game. So
that's gonna be a
nice.
good game, actually.
I know. I'm going with my brother, my dad, and my dad's girlfriend. So
That's cool.
That's cool.
The next game is Chargers Raiders in Oakland.
Chargers. It's so
Definitely
easy.
take the
It's
Chargers.
actually
It's so
so
easy.
easy. Chargers.
Honestly,
Next. No, there's
Hold up,
nothing
hold
to
up,
say.
hold up,
No.
hold up.
No.
Okay, Link, you're just being contrarian at this point. Look, let me put it to y'all this way. Because I love Philip Rivers. I don't know about y'all. But Philip Rivers is the top fighter quarterback in this generation.
I
for me.
love that man.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
good.
And one of my favorite things, even whether the Chargers be in San Diego or Los Angeles where no one cares about them, is him going to Oakland and teabagging the Raiders while the Raiders fans just call him all the names. And like Philip, and if y'all ever get the chance, Google Philip Rivers' dumb face. And the best part is he's just so emotional with how his face looks, to the point where he's like almost like real life like Mega Man.
Huh?
It just makes me happy knowing that he'll turn around, shoot like this weird look at all these Raiders fans' faces. They'll be screaming horrible things at him, and he's just like, I'm still beating your team. I'm still beating your team. Like it wouldn't surprise me if like they yelled something at him. He turns around and goes scoreboard, scoreboard, just to piss the Raiders fans off. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that
man.
man's God. So I think we all know who the other two are picking.
Philip Rivers is the guy who, if I had to get like someone's face tattooed on my chest, I would totally get Philip Rivers tattooed.
Oh, JK, I'm just trolling. I'm picking the fucking Chargers.
Yeah, Trollman. Oh man, I didn't know we had Trollman featuring here too.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a favor from him. He told me to do that.
All right.
In the words of former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, "Go Chargers, go."
Okay, so I have a question. Okay, so the next game, and I have a question about this game. The Dolphins in Green Bay. Can Aaron Rodgers carry them out of this?
Of course.
Oh yeah, I have a word for that. Sentence for that. Miami playing in the cold at Green Bay.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, in general with their record.
No, Green Bay's gonna win this game. You kidding me?
No, I mean
they're
for
gonna
the
win
rest of the
this game,
season.
but, like,
No, I'm talking about the rest of the season.
Yeah, their season's fucked.
No,
Can
their
Aaron
season's
pull them
fucked.
back out of this?
Their season's
No,
fucked.
because Aaron
No,
Rodgers.
they're done. But they're gonna win this game though.
Well, yeah, Then again, I could beat Brock Osweiler.
What?
I can. It's like y'all. It's like man. It's like Miami can't play in the cold. I'm like, they got Brock Osweiler. They can't fucking win in general. It's like, oh, you beat the Jets. Whoop-de-doo.
Hey, by the way, guys, just thought I'd point something out. Next week is Chiefs Rams in Mexico City. Holy shit!
Oh.
Mexico's gonna get one hell of a game.
Why are they playing games in Mexico City? Why are they playing games in London? No one cares about football outside of this
Next
country.
game, it's gonna be the Bills and the Packers live from Toronto.
I know Mexico has a lot of Raiders fans, so I am kind of wondering why Chiefs Rams was selected. I wonder
why.
I guess maybe because the Rams are in LA and there's a
Los
huge,
Rams.
Hispanic
Los Rams.
community in LA, so.
Maybe because Raiders fans are thugs, so that means no, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Nah, most Raider fans are just tool sheds.
All right, we're gonna edit both of those jokes out and move on to the next game, which is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams.
In LA, just put it out that in
LA
You
wins.
guys gotta remember that Seattle nearly beat LA last time, so this could go
Nearly
either
doesn't
way.
cut it. Atlanta nearly beat New England, but we all know how that turned out.
It
Go
wasn't like
Rams.
Seattle choked.
The Ravens almost beat the Saints, but no, Justin Tucker had to frickin' miss because the announcers jinxed it. Frick.
L.
When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences? Shut up, Falcons fan. 28-3.
L.
28-3.
L.
28-3.
L.
28-3.
L.
28-3.
L.
More.
All right,
more.
yeah, all
This
right.
is the part of the
Yeah.
podcast
Three.
where it all falls apart.
Yeah.
Downward
right,
spiral.
next
Downward
game.
spiral.
Next
Okay,
game, we
next
have the
game.
classic NFC East rivalry with the Cowboys versus the
NFC
Eagles.
And the classic game where the Cowboys get prime time.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. This isn't a classic. This is shit.
I get the Skins winning over Cowboys.
It's not
Skins.
Skins.
It's not the Skins.
Wait,
It's
They're playing the
Eagles,
team-
Cowboys.
Wait, who
Is
are
it
the
in
Cowboys
Philly or is it in
playing?
Dallas?
Eagles. It's in Philly.
Oh yeah, Eagles. Yeah.
The city, Philly, the city of brotherly shove. I lived an
Yeah,
hour and a half
I
away.
got Eagles winning like 20-17.
Hey,
Alright.
same.
I
Yeah,
got
same.
Wait, 2017. Having a blowout.
All right, Bennett, your pick.
All right, I got the Eagles winning.
All
I like
right,
Eagles.
let me put it to you this way. I used to live an hour and a half in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's an hour and a half from Philadelphia. I grew up around a lot of Eagles fans. And this was the area when Donovan McNabb, Andy Reid, and the T.O. show were in town.
Andy Reid.
I watched a grown man who had a massive beer gut and was at least 350 pounds. Pick up one of those giant box TVs with the speakers in it and just chuck it off of his porch window after Donovan McNabb threw the pick in the Super Bowl.
Are you sure this was not EDP?
No, EDP is a microcosm of the Eagles fan base.
And
okay?
EDP is all.
If EDP lived in South Philly, he'd just be another Eagles fan.
Oh, we're not trying to throw shit at EDP. We promise we love him, and we hope him and his fans wish him the best.
And besides, if we
we do.
tried to throw anything, he'd just bounce off of him.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The next game, it is.
Hold up. Let me get back to my story. So with the Eagles, though, is that with that knowledge in mind, I know how much they hate the Cowboys. I know how many Cowboys fans live in Pennsylvania because everyone used to make fun of them being Cowboys fans in Pennsylvania. So basically, the Cowboys are mediocre this year, and Carson Wentz, the leader of the proud Wentzylvania of Eastern Pennsylvania and southeastern New Jersey, basically run over the Cowboys. So that way, every guy from Philly can sit there and sticker at his buddy in a Tony Romo jersey and go, "I love you, dude," but in that thing, you are gay. And that's why I'm picking the EAGLES Eagles to win it all.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, thank you for that.
All right,
You have to
and
yell that.
onto the Monday.
Can I introduce this, please?
Yeah.
Who is ready for Tank Ball?
4.
That's an original concept. We didn't steal it off anyone. We promise. Yeah, we're not stealing this off some certain YouTuber who goes by the name of Pissing Plant.
It's gonna be the Niners because Nick Mullins is an absolute baller.
Yeah.
I like to say that I was on the ESPN app earlier. It was a interview with Odell Beckham. It says the Giants' goal this year for the second half of the season is to win 8 games. Yeah, no, I got this Niners.
Sorry, bud. That's not gonna happen.
It's funny because everyone's like, it's Eli's fault. It's Eli's fault. Look, buddy, if you had that offensive line with Eric Flowers guarding you,
Who
you end
was
up like Eli Manning.
Who was
Still, anyway, not the point. If you had his offensive line and you would get flattened too. It's like Eli can't throw the ball. I'm like, yeah, because Eli's on the turf with some guy laying on him. That's not his fault. It's literally everyone else's.
Well, yeah, except, well, shit, no. Is it OBJ's fault?
yes.
I mean, they double team OBJ. Who does he have else to throw to? Sterling Shepard, who's basically the homeless man's Odell Beckham Jr.
Hey, don't you say
Or
about
Evan
Sterling
Ingram.
Shepard. He's on my fantasy team. He averages 6 points a week.
I have Latavius Murray on my fantasy. Okay.
Listen, all of you could take a massive L. I got fucking Danny Amendola on my fantasy team.
Oh yeah. Well, I win. I have no shit receivers.
I have Josh Rosen as my backup, and he did better than Aaron Rodgers.
Speaking
That's real shit, though.
Yeah, my receivers are not. I love it. I love it.
All right, and yeah, that wraps it up for the
Wait,
NFL.
Oh yeah, I
we need
did
to
a
do the
great
next
thing and
Thursday.
dropped
We need to
Taiwan
do-
Taylor's on
Wait,
my.
wait. We also need to do the next Thursday night game because we won't be able to review that.
That's true.
That
That's
is
true.
true.
What is the
Pack-
next?
Packers and Seattle.
Oh boy, the classic matchup of ref ball.
Classic 2013 matchup.
Classic
Now
ref
the
ball
teams are
matchup.
not good.
This is like 2013, like
Give me
2012,
Packers.
2015. I'd be hyped for this, but it's just like
It's
like,
Aaron Rodgers versus Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's
Fake.
pretty much it.
literally that's gonna be it. Because let's face it, the Seahawks are refusing to rebuild because they're like the uncle who has a weight problem, but then just like sweeps it under the rug and just ignores it. And the Packers are like, hey, we have Aaron Rodgers. We literally don't need to do anything. So it just gives their management an easy reason just to walk outside into Green Bay and just get cheese curds and just sit there and play polka music all day and just dance around.
Yeah.
Just give me.
Nah, the Seahawks feel like that one uncle who's like, I mean, it's pretty much the same story
We're
except
not
he's
really
like, no, I'm still in shape. It's not like I'm 300 pounds or anything. I'm still in shape.
Like the Seahawks are the guy who look at you and go, I used to do cocaine. I still do it, but I used to do it too. Like they just seem like that guy.
Yeah.
Give me the Packers.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks
Because
actually.
I feel like it's just gonna be a battle of QBs.
Give me the Seahawks mainly because I would love to see Pete Carroll smoke a bowl and then like talk about whatever. Because Pete Carroll's like Charlie Sheen crazy. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Just a reminder that Miami's O-line last year before he quit just snorted cocaine.
Yeah, that's right.
Goodbye
Oh yeah, I
message.
like to
He lived in
like
Miami.
put out
Do you
since we're
blame
doing
him?
predictions.
No.
That's a Miami thing to do. Miami that's like Miami though. It's cocaine capital, like America.
Thank you.
What do you mean you're not to do cocaine? This is Miami. I mean, there's a reason why even Jose Fernandez got caught with it in this. It's just what you do down there. Now, I don't agree with it because cocaine's a horrible drug, but I mean, it's just there all the time, a lot.
Guess.
Yeah, in other news, so something stupid just happened just for Titans. Remember that funny celebration Kevin Byard did? Dallas?
Oh
Fine,
yeah,
fine.
Dallas already got
Awesome.
fined $10K. Stupid.
Okay,
So
he should
fucking
not
good.
get fined for that.
Okay, explain this to me. So the thing I'm so confused about with that is like, I get it. He danced on the star, and I could see where maybe they view that as disrespectful. But two things. Firstly, it's not even the first time somebody's done that. Terrell Owens did it years ago.
Yeah, I mean but that was before all this celebration. Like,
did he ever get? I don't even think he ever got fined for that.
No.
Okay, so here's the other thing too.
He got trucked for it though.
Well, Byard nearly got trucked too, or he did. I don't remember. I'm just like, dude, like you guys would.
Yeah.
No, your mic cut
Here's
out.
you know what? Who cares, man? Like, typically when stuff like that happens, man, you're supposed to like go back and beat the other team. You know what Dallas proceeded to do? You should have fined the Titans more because they proceeded to stomp on Dallas for the rest of the game.
Because Dallas has no defense.
Yeah,
But no, let's get Amari Cooper.
Okay, at least Amari
we're
Cooper
still
gave him a
competitive.
touchdown,
We're
though.
still competitive.
All right, so moving on from the NFL, there's actually
Yeah, is
stories
there
in the
any other
NH
news in football we need to talk about?
No.
No, not really.
That's
There's
it?
two things in the NHL I would like to talk about.
Hockey.
Bill Quenville.
The first one,
The debut of hockey.
the LA Kings firing their coach after starting terribly,
Because they have no offense.
and then hiring one of the worst coaches in the league, Willie
Desjardins.
whatever that name is. Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
They do realize it wasn't the coaching, right? It's because their team was old and slow.
Yeah,
It's still not fixing it.
For those who don't know, they oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go for it.
They fired John Stevens and then introduced, as we just said, Willie Desjardins. To put it simply, for those who don't follow hockey, it's basically like ripping the Band-Aid off and then squeezing lemon on it, because you're really actually not doing anything better.
Or it's like breaking an arm and then re-breaking it.
It's not really that. It's like, hey, I have a broken arm. Let me lop it off and throw it in a fire.
Willie is much worse than Stevens.
Let me put it. The thing is with the Kings is that my thing is that when TJ Oshie was a free agent, the Kings had enough cap room to where if they, made incentive laden, that they could sign him. And I thought that they should. Like, okay, they need to sign the offensive force that is TJ Oshie. Granted, he would be their entire offense, but whatever. But like the Kings have no offense. They have a defense in Jonathan Quick, and Jonathan Quick, guess what, isn't turning into a brick wall this year. So they are totally screwed.
And then
because what is offense?
Yeah. And then the Chicago Blackhawks fired decent coach Joel Quenneville. And this can I be honest here? This might be the reason why they fired him.
What?
By losing 6 straight.
No, I don't think that's the real reason.
It's not and because the team is also probably old and slow.
Yeah, it's probably because of that. I mean,
that team's so old. Could be my granddad.
Well,
yeah,
they literally have Duncan Keith, Brent Seabiscuit, and Jonathan Taves and Corey Crawford.
Jonathan Taves isn't bad though.
Not what he was.
Keith Duncan's declining.
Brent Seabrook is.
Seabiscuit needs to be taken out altogether.
Crawford's good still, but he's 35, and you have no backup option in sight.
Corey Crawford is playing on a bad hip, isn't he?
Yeah, and I'd say he's still probably worrying about vertigo.
Yeah. Like the thing is with the Blackhawks that they're probably not going to rebuild. It's too late, and they have to just tank.
They have decent young talent though.
I mean, it's all controllable, but it's mostly depth.
Yeah.
Like, there's no guy that you can go that's the next, the guy.
Yeah.
Like you could with Ovechkin or Crosby or whatever. Like you can't point that and go, that's the guy. It's just been poor management. It's just been poor on management's part.
All right. And then there's one more thing I would love to talk about. This is the biggest thing that came out this week.
Washington.
Ottawa.
Oh yeah, the players in the Uber.
It was Duchesne.
Yes.
Weidman.
I have a feeling Matthew
and Shabbat.
They
ripped their coach to shit.
Well, let me put this specifically because I don't see a lot of people reporting this. They did not rip their head coach to shreds.
It was their assistant coach, I know.
Yeah, their power play coach.
I'm not really familiar with the world of hockey, so fill me in what you mean by ripped.
So
they basically
Oh,
you go for it. My bad. No, go for it.
So basically what happened is that if you don't know, the Ottawa Senators are a complete dumpster fire right now.
I knew that. I knew that.
All right, so you're good, you're familiar with that. So a lot of players, one of the main things that Ottawa is really mad about is their penalty kill right now. Their penalty kill is actually rivaling the Philadelphia Flyers penalty kill from a few years ago, which was absolutely god awful. Well, anyways, so
fuck the Flyers, by the way. Just had to throw that out there.
Yeah, fuck the Flyers.
In a leaked Uber ride that the driver totally should have uploaded to online, it shows them ripping their power kill coach.
Power kill.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Penalty
I'm
kill.
also really tired.
Penalty kill.
But they
So-
start penalty kill. Yes, they start talking about how they weren't listening and lessons, and
Quizzes.
they kind of just started ripping into him. Well, it ended up the Uber driver ended up posting that online because he was recording without their knowledge. And yeah, the Senators weren't too happy about it. And I actually found a joke thing where it was like their owner was like, "Oh no, we're gonna keep him. We're gonna keep him in Ottawa because that's a worse punishment." By the way,
My opinion on this,
probably
the
honestly,
consequences should be trade Duchesne because for two reasons: this, and he's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year. Trade Chris Weidman for this. I'd say keep Chabot because he's your future at defense.
Matt Duchene's overrated.
Oh
And
yeah. Ooh.
That and the thing is that like I just looking at him, you could tell he's that guy in the locker room. Like that guy that because there's every that guy go that you just look at and go, that you just know that like that guy's an asshole.
He is.
I just have a feeling with Matt Duchene.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling he's that guy.
Yeah.
But with the Senators though, none of that really shocked me because you heard like a lot of people, especially mainly because the Orioles had a really bad year this year. You heard a lot of players, just sitting there grumbling, "You need to play better," and this and that and da 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 da. I mean, but the thing is that they probably all get together and we're like, okay, this coach kind of sucks. Like that
Well,
would
you don't rip him. You don't rip him publicly.
I mean, but
publicly.
they didn't rip him publicly. They did
They didn't do it
privately, and then
publicly.
it became
Yeah,
public.
man.
yeah.
I mean, but the thing is though, is that
Almost
maybe this
dead
can
in
bring change and all. Maybe if after they trade Duchesne, they fire their PK coach.
You really think change is gonna happen over the trades? It's Melnick and Dorian.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, a guy can hope, can't?
Yeah, true. Not gonna
So
lie, yeah.
I think
It's always possible. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is that we didn't think that the Bruins would be good for a while, and then where they are now.
We think the Jackets would be good ever.
so. I think we have talked about the main stories of the NHL. So we're gonna go into the final one, which is the NBA. And
Fuck
I would
that.
like-
Never
There's
mind.
been nothing.
I
There's
would
been
like
nothing.
to,
There's been nothing.
Yeah, there's
Well,
been
no,
nothing.
there is one
Jeff
story. There is one story.
What is the
that's
one
kind of
story?
funny.
hurt. And
You
You want your
LeBron
NBA news?
James
College basketball's
No,
on.
no. There is one story that's kind of funny, and I wanted to talk about it because it actually got mentioned today. So for those who don't know, and I hope I'm saying his name right, Nikola Jokic. Jokic. Okay. He's the center for the center, right?
One of the center. He's one of the best centers.
Yeah, he for the Denver Nuggets. That's right, correct?
Yes, it's Denver. It's Denver.
Anyways, so for those who not heard, he made a joke in an interview about basically a guy's dick, and he said no homo in it. Well, the NBA really did not like this,
Fined.
and he got
Straight
fined
up
for
fined.
it because they said it was offensive. But let's all be honest here. If you find no homo offensive, you're gonna be mad at a lot of people because
Jesus
legit,
Christ, are you
everybody
serious?
said that like 4 years ago, and nobody should have a problem with no homo. And the funny part is that LeBron basically said the same joke like 7 years ago. I mean, there's footage of it. And no problem with that at all. Like, I mean, come on.
because everyone's a sensitive bitch nowadays.
Yeah, seriously.
And
Seriously.
SJW.
But I
Libtards.
just thought that was a funny story that came up. So
Even calling someone a bitch is like offensive to them. Not in the same sense that it's insulting. It's just like some sort of derogatory slur against women or something.
That's a derogatory story against the LGBT community by saying no homo because homo is okay. It's 2018, people. Grow up.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, it's everything.
yeah.
All right. So, yeah, basically, Thank you all for listening. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you all for watching the Turnover Machine podcast, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much, MD Transplant, for coming on.
Thank
Once
you for
again,
having
he
me very much.
He is on his own podcast at Laptops on the Field, a baseball podcast on SoundCloud. Link will be in the description.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you, everybody, and
hey,
goodbye.
Bennett.
Oh,
See you
what?
guys.
Bennett, do you mind if I play us out?
Sure.
Oh, no.
All right, guys.
All right. All right.
No.
Have a great night.
All right. See ya.
False.